Hey, tying in quite perfectly with our Working in the Weather segment this week. But Adam, I do have to warn you and some folks at home that the information that you're about to receive is quite shocking. In southeastern Texas, we see a noticeable increase in lightning strikes from March going into April. As we approach that time of year where thunderstorm activity really begins to ramp up, this week's Working in the Weather segment highlights the importance of installing lightning rods in your home. I spent the day with Marty Hamilton, a lightning rod installer for the Houston area, for a closer look at the science behind the rod. People have this misconception that lightning rods prevent lightning strikes. Why is that not true? These don't actually prevent lightning strikes from happening, but what do they do?
In the event that lightning does hit, it will not prevent it. They're not really going to attract it or detract it, per se. If it does happen to hit, it basically just gives it a path immediately. It's going to follow the least path of resistance, and it's going to take it off, prevent it from going into the home and taking it into the ground.
And kind of point out some things on here that we should note. I see some wires, some screws, this big pointy thing.
It's going to basically hit this rod. The cable's going to take that, and there's going to be multiple grounding rods or earthing rods that's located around the home or building, whatever we're protecting. They're no farther than 20 feet apart, like on a running ridge, or roughly in a radius from each other. So any vulnerable high pipes, chimneys, whatnot, peaks will all have these, and if it hits, then that's where it's going to go.
What exactly is happening as these are traveling down the house?
Basically within nanoseconds, if the home does get hit by lightning, you probably won't even know it. It'll automatically take that charge, and you can't see it because it's all below ground, but there's a 10-foot grounding rod down there that will automatically discharge it into the ground.
It's just dispersing that energy in a safe way.
Exactly.
And that safe spot is under?
Yes, way down under.
Way down under us. There's this myth, you're going to be my myth buster for today, that lightning doesn't strike the same place twice. I know the answer to that, but why don't you go ahead and tell the folks at home?
Yes, actually we've had several customers, one not far from here in Sugar Land, that actually had been hit 5 times. His builder said you need to invest in lightning rods.
I see a bunch of little pointy things sticking up on that roof.
That's actually the lightning rods, which are technically working right now. You can't see it, but if we do have any lightning in the immediate future, one of those would take the charge and bring it from the if you look at the chimney, you'll see one on there, and then there's a cable coming down the chimney toward this gutter where we just touched on, and then that's actually going straight into the ground.
Whenever people don't have this set up in their home, they don't have this protective system around their home, what are some dangers that I know I've heard growing up, that if you pick up a corded phone and your house is not protected, that you can get electrocuted through that? Is that correct? Are there any other things that people need to be aware of?
Yeah, it can happen in the shower, doing the dishes, even in plastic pipes. It can actually still travel at.
Big storms, hurricanes, say, flooding events, major wind events, homes deal with damage after those happen. Do the lightning rods see damage and have to be repaired after those storms hit?
No, I mean a hurricane possibly, if it, physically ripped the roof off. This is pretty heavy-duty equipment. If you look at it, it is all solid copper. I've really never seen hail actually damage our system to where it's not going to function.
So your job involves weather safety, but on a day-to-day basis, you honestly need nice weather to do your job.
Yes, we don't want to be up there holding lightning attractors.
Installing lightning rods during a lightning storm. Yeah, you'd be a human target.
We get the guys off the roof immediately if it starts lightning, and I'm terrified of it.